Take it away, boys.
Thank you very much, Nomad. Getting into this first game, RNG ASTER. Mo, what are you most excited about? What's the one thing that sticks out at you? Maybe two things. If you got them.
3?
If you got them.
For ASTER, did you say? Sorry, or just in general?
No, for either. You know,
I think
just the matchup in general.
If they lane the Void with the PL, I'm really interested to see how they play that lane on RNG, because they're laning against a Legion. Like, a Legion line. What do they do in that lane? I feel like the Legion line should just bully the lane really hard. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely seems like one of those heroes that he loves. Obviously, now he's on the TA, but he knows that matchup pretty well against Illustrak. One thing I kind of want to note is God King on this Phantom Lancer, when there was that talk of him on SAG when he was doing the Sanjin Yasha build, this was like the main hero he would do it on.
It's no doppelganger here.
He's in a lot of trouble. Purifying Flames from Lanham for the first blood on God King. You could guess it's that level 2 Purifying Flames. The kill stealing one.
Who would have known?
As is tradition.
Lanham's like, hell yeah, sign me back up for Oracle again. I want the kills.
I'm really interested to see what this Death Prophet's going to be building, because we haven't seen much Death Prophet in general in this event, and now we're about to see it in the 1 position, so I'm really wondering how comfortable Monet's going to be here and what he wants to go for. And he's going to get run down. Time dilation, slowed up, nowhere for him to go. That'll be a kill for Flyby. Monet already ditched the lane. He's got no mana to work with. He has to go all the way back to base, unfortunately. And White Album's right there with him.
Oh, I love seeing these small camp stacks taken at 7 minutes, and all of a sudden you just get this like instant neutralizing, right? Feels really good on a lot of mid laners.
I guess the question becomes, is that really going to be that effective as a 5 Void? Like, are you already losing your effectiveness because of the fact that you're playing against Legion and the Oracle, and Time Dilation is a spell that you're not maxing because it doesn't feel like it's doing as much?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. Oh, Monet.
Yeah, very caught here. Seastone's coming over from the side, and with the help of his team, will get the kill on the Death Prophet. That is just the first death for Monet right now.
This DP does not feel like it's hit its point early on in the game, right? The Lesh is kind of just taking over the game. The Lesh and the Timber can play together, kind of walk down whatever lanes they want.
Ooh, duel. Purifying Flames thrown a Fortune's End, and will get the kill with a right click from White Album. Doesn't get the duel damage, but they will control this Void enough to finish him off.
Farm, right? I think he's got Yasha coming out on the courier. There's a catapult here, right? You have to... Yeah, they're coming over, but...
They're not coming over fast enough.
They just back off, right? Surely. Are they going to try and keep the catapult alive?
Smoke used, Lanham, Borax both here trying to help get a kill on the Timber. They've got the finger to get the kill on a Flyby. It will take the Timber's life. XXS does have duel if he can catch up to Felix.
Sprite!
Oh! Oh! Closing the gap. Closing the gap. Gets the duel. Red Panda. Chrono. But it won't stop Felix from dying. Okay.
I couldn't see off the camera seeing who else was behind the Void, and I was like, oh wow, they might all be here. It's going to be a big turn, but just Red Panda by himself.
Coming from the trees once again.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's a really good rotation from Aster, though. They keep their tier 2 alive. Obviously very important with the outpost and everything.
It's a level 3 time dilation. Good Earth Spike. Monet's still getting chased here, and they might even just get the kill on Lanham. He's got False Promise if he really feels like using it and running. Borax looking very dead over to the side. False Promise used. Lanham trying to get behind the tower and maybe survive this all. But it is not looking likely, and he might just be drawing D-Stones in further and further. He survives with a sliver of health. And now they want to go after D-Stones. They have the duel. They have the damage. Winner, winner,
my
chicken
God.
dinner here for XXS. Finally, he gets his first duel victory. And ASTER, after getting chased down their own lane, chased down the other way. White Album blinks forward, looks over at Felix, hits the Melt Strike, right-click in, and takes out the Enchantress. Oh,
Did he salve himself when he ultied on Lanham?
Rest of the team's kind of closing the gap, though. Smoke used, and did they cut anybody off at the pass? Maybe Red Panda? He doesn't have a TP. Does have Chrono, though. Smoke might break, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Silencer, Spike, trying to gain control. Oh, okay. He was there. And then he wasn't.
Red Panda says gank equals tanked. He's quite happy to just, you know, be the one to die there. Tank the smoke gank. His Lesh is still farming. His PL still farming.
I mean,
and nobody smokes, so you can't compare it.
true. Duel comes down into Felix, or Spike into the finger. They get the kill. Another winner chicken dinner there for XXS. Maybe they can handle God King.
PL's one of the better core-to-core matchups against TA. You get through those refraction charges so quickly. It's all about the Legion and the line, I think. They need to be able to find that initial catch.
Red Panda, Chrono! Oh, it's on the 2. It looked like it was possibly an opportunity for a 5-man Chrono. They've got the Sun onto the Oracle. Won't be able to get that ult off. Now they go to the Exorcism. Earth Spike lands. Red Panda's going to be taken out. It's a 1-1 so far. They've got the duel to God King. Oh, yeah. They'll take him out. Another victory for XXS. How they caught him, I don't know, but they're going to continue for more. Felix on the edge of that Earth Spike. Monet will get another, and that is right on in Roche. And now they've got their hands on the Aegis. A little bit of a shock that God King was going in like that. Blade Mail pop going for the duel. And another victory. Felix running, but oh boy. That's going to be another kill here for Lanham. How did he get it, Mo?
Purifying flames, baby.
That's right. So I was really hoping you would know. I was kind of worried when you paused for a split second. I was like, oh no, he's not going to get the joke. Effect. Thank God. I was getting find the edge of my seat. Duels up into the air. Spike as he hits the ground. Finger there from Borax. And that is some crisp movement from ASTER. From bottom to get 2 kills. Back up towards top to get another. Well done.
It's like when you see like a really big shadow on the wall and you're really scared. And their perspective.
Uh-oh. That's going to be a duel. That's going to be a victory. And from 1 out of the first 3 duels being a victory here for Legion, all of a sudden, like the next 4 or 5 have been victories for XXS. And they're going high ground with the Exorcism.
Why not?
20 minutes into the game, and they are just going all in. There goes the tier 3. They're still holding onto the Aegis, and they have a lot of time to work with it. They'll have Void back, but again, like, I think it's a similar situation to the last fight, right? Like, what are you throwing into this Chronosphere that really gives you the leg up?
They respect the Void, though. As soon as he comes back alive again, they all just TP away. Sorry, run away.
Healing power.
Yeah, he's doing well. For sure. It feels so good when you get to play DP with BOTs as well. He needs a little bit of armor, I would argue, but no, here we go.
Looking for the duel. We'll find it on the Enchantress, and they'll get the victory. False Promise already used here on Monet with the BKB being popped. The Death Prophet's going to push back these heroes on the side of RNG, going after T-Stones. Exorcism outputting a lot of damage. They've got the silence. The False Promise is over. Monet back to full health. Where are you, Monet? You're so far in no man's land, but meanwhile, God King's dead. He's by himself.
Oh, it was all a bait. Monet traded his life for God King.
Fortune's End thrown over at 5 by XXS trying to get away. The managing comes in under multiple heroes. Borax trying to do what he can to save the life of XXS. Chronosphere used, land on 2. And Red Panda will try to right-click down this Lion. Doesn't finish him off. Fortune's Aeon once again, the time walk forward. Flyby coming over with a flamethrower over burn out Borax, but Felix goes down to White Album, and White Album goes down to D-Stones. Aster, a very, very sloppy fight, and Monet kind of just a headless chicken going past the tier 3 mid.
That was mental.
I don't know what he was doing.
Absolutely mental. He's like got the itch, you know. He's like, oh god, just want to dive the base, guys. But if they take a fight on their side of the map,
Exorcism. That silence didn't really land, but they get the duel out onto the Faceless Void. That's going to stop him from getting
Aeon
the Chronosphere
Disc,
away.
Oh.
Aeon Disc, they'll still get the kill on a Red Panda. They're going to try and manage on the backlines for Borax with the BKBs being popped by Aster around the horn. Flyby getting low, continuing to chase. Timber Chain doesn't land. Monet, though, he's in a little bit far, takes a bit of damage coming in from Felix. They'll get the kill on a Flyby. They'll look to continue on to the Enchantress. Two heroes did without buyback. Meld Strike. Ooh, a little side blade over to a creep that was almost unfortunate enough to just be there. And now they start to back away, but this is going to become a little bit difficult. You still have Phantom Lancer with that Aether Lens, that Shard, and the Diffusal Blade, making things really kind of uncomfortable here for Aster inside the pit. D-Stones maybe running in. XXS getting a little bit low. Pops the Blade Mail. They get the kill on Atom. They don't have this Oracle. And down goes Monet. Roche is low, and it might just be RNGs and will be.
and that's the power of the Aether.
Dear.
That's the power of the Aether and Shard build on PL. Like, you see, he never has to go into the fight. Like, he's constantly just poking these spears with the talent. I think it is at level 15. Oh, the left Shard.
Core now for God King. A Shard still S tier. Blink duel, but where's the follow-up? A bit of damage on the God King. They might be able to get the kill on the D-Stones. They'll take out the Leshrac. Now they gotta look over at the backlines. Monet diving in, but he doesn't have his BKB anymore with the Diffusal Blade being used here on the Death Prophet. Can he get anything from this? God King gets low. They get the finger out on the Red Panda. They get the kill on the Faceless Void. They look over now with the Enchantress, making to the third. XXS has a double kill. They take the Aegis out of the hands of God King, charging up the Fortunes in on himself, avoided thanks to the Doppelganger. God King trying to run away from this one, pretending to be an illusion for a second. They get the reflection on the Earth Spike. That bounces back on a few heroes, but White Album with the Meld Strike taking out God King. 4 heroes dead on the side of RNG. Aster somehow, some way, hold on and will take a very victorious fight.
I guess they have the Shivas on the DP as well, which helps with the PL. That's pretty nice.
Legion going dataless next.
Yeah, I saw that. Unsure.
Oh boy. Reflection on the Hex. They're going to be right up on Flyby, but do they have the damage to get the kill on a Timber? They'll look for the Chrono. That's going to be on to just an airborne Borax. Looking back over at the fight, they look over at Red Panda, who's going to have his A on this proc. Now Meld Strike. Oh, Felix taking a lot of damage. They throw over a Lance at XXS. They get the kill on the Felix. They're going to buy back on the Enchantress. Flyby moving forward. The Flamethrower right on top of Latham. They get the kill on the Oracle, who, well, already used his ulti. And that was out on a White Album, but they end up getting the kill on the Oracle, who doesn't have buyback. He's going to be dead for 45 seconds without it. XSS getting chased. BKB goes off. They got the finger out on a Flyby. They'll blow up the Timber. And now Red Panda is going to time walk in, but he doesn't have a Chronosphere to work with. They've got the silence out of 3 of these heroes coming through from the Death Prophet. But Monet out of mana, trying to drain them, trying to help out this Death Prophet. D-Stones gets the kill on a Monet, and now the Earthspike coming in from the high ground. White Album caught out of position. They'll get the kill. God King with another.
With it. And it's so far away from the pit. Oh. Found the right. Yeah.
And how did he get God King on this one? They've got the sounds coming through. Can they get the kill here onto the Phantom Lancer? XS has taken a lot of damage. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with either. The Nature's Attendants healing him up. Earth Spike Finger coming through out onto D-Stones. They get the kill there onto the Leshrac. That's at least one for now with the BKB popped by Monet. And going to the back lines, looking over at Borax. They've got the Lotus Orb. They get the kill on the Felix. That's going to be 2 dead on the side of RNG. As now they've got the chocolate around the top of this Lion. False Promise comes through. BKB's been popped. Timber Chain doesn't land. Monet now needing to run with the Exorcism still going off. The Flamethrower trying to deter these heroes from going in onto the Timber. But the right clicks are through. They've got themselves the silence out onto the Timber now without mana. And the Hex to follow it up. The right click damage coming in from White Album. And a third kill here for Aster.
This Shadowblade's done such huge work on the Legion, I will say. He's done a really good job of finding these openings with the Shadowblade.
Silence on a Red Panda. He'll have his Aeon just procced. Monet hit with that press the attack, gets the magic community. Now on the run, healed up by Lanham as they're trying to force the high ground with this exorcism.
How do they?
As well as having the benefits of the Aegis and the Ag's blessing.
That's this constant lance poke though. Yeah.
Do they just shift bottom or throw White Album to like Psionic Project down there?
No, because there's no racks there.
Yeah, but like maybe Pints are in. BKB, Chrono, on to 3. They're going to buy back on the Leshrac. They're going to try and get the kill into Borax, so at least take out the line. Now they look over at White Album. They're doing a lot of damage on the TA and take out the first life immediately. BKB's been popped on Monet. Starting to actually retreat from this. Has the refresher for a second to pop the BKB once again, and as well as the exorcism. The right click damage coming in from White Album. They've got the duel on the Timber. They get the kill to Flyby. They look over at Red Panda. He's trying to do something, but he no longer has the Chrono. They get the stun on the White Album. Ooh, TA in trouble, and TA Psionic projects down bottom over to the outpost. They get the kill to Red Panda. They're going to bring Lanham all the way back. He's still trying to get the kill here on a Monet. False Promise was used, saving him for the moment. All the while, they have the Hex on Flyby. They get the kill on a Monet. They'll take out this Death Prophet. They look over at Lanham to continue to chase on the Oracle. Ag's now worth it. That Psionic projection brings White Album bot. All right, that Earth Spike was a big whiff from Borax, and they want to continue to move forward on this. Yeah, the shard was picked up by TA, so that was a silence that came in from that trap exploding. Borax spotted, and eventually will die. So we're going to take the top set of racks, and there really isn't much standing in their way at the moment. White Album going to come over. It's just Illusions working on the racks for the second. And let's see what they can do. XXS, Invis, trying to get around the back, potentially. They get the range racks up towards top, going after the melee racks. Monet coming over from the side. XXS, still Invis, but they do have a sentry on the high ground with an observer. XXS just outside of the range, and they will take away that vision. Timber chain forward. Now the BKB as well as the duel coming through into the Leshrac, but do they have any follow-up damage on this? They've got the Chronosphere. It's on the 2. Is it going to be enough, though? They get the kill, and D-Stone's going to be dead for 2 minutes, so they didn't have the follow-up damage coming into the White Album, as well as Monet with the BKB being popped, as well as that refresher. They'll go after Red Panda. They get the kill into the Void, and they'll look for this Phantom Lancer. The chase is on. He's geared up for a second. God Gang trying to survive, but he's been hexed up. They've got the Earth Spike. They have the control. They'll get the kill. They'll take out this PL. They look over at Flyby, who joins the fray and will join the grave, as that's 4 heroes down to the side of RNG and a full team wipe as they get the kill on Felix. They bought back on this Phantom Lancer. That's the only reason he's alive right now, as it's a triple kill for White Album. And again, Aster hold. Oh, not the proper dual target. White Album, not a lot of mana to work with right now, and he doesn't have a second life in his hands. Monet yules up into the air, trying to get at least tier 4s. It's a 3v5. Can they hold for at least 35 seconds to get the Leshrac back into the fight? Monet moving in, Spirit Siphon onto Felix, and that was only 4 seconds. And now Monet's going to be forced to pop that BKB. The False Promise on him. They get the kill on XXS. God King's going to be able to get at least that. The right click's coming into God King. They land the Earth Spike. They've got the finger. Do they have the damage? God King, Doppelganger running away. Monet with the False Promise on him. And the Crypt Storm. It gets the kill. That will seal the deal here for Aster, as they will take game number 1 over RNG.
What a game. What a crazy, crazy game. I cannot believe they managed to pull this one back, considering they lost that